Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dr. Johnson with Alterman and Johnson Family Chiropractors, and this is Q&A with Doctors A and J. And today I'm talking with Heather. Heather is the owner of Grow Family Yoga and More. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. So you started this wonderful place for families, and then all of this hit. We're all sort of learning how to swim through this. Tell me what you've had to do to adapt and change with the circumstances.
So as previously stated, I had planned on doing online classes for a while now, but always found an excuse to put that aside. And this has made me have to adapt the model and the business and put our classes online in a virtual format. And it's also some other things, I've been thinking about. I've been developing a childbirth education course online through Teachable for about a year and a half, and have just been working really slowly on it because I was so busy before all this hit. I'm the owner and operator and teach the majority of the classes. So I've had a little...
And wait, and you have how many children?
I have 6 children of my own.
Okay.
So
Get in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild household, but they're fantastic. But so putting things virtually and just creating a community, using social media to our benefit, and kind of thinking outside the box too when we can re-enter in buildings, and thinking about what that's going to look like. I don't really have an answer for that yet, but thinking ahead, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so in your classes and the things you have to offer, you have classes for families, kids. Yeah, I know you do homeschool groups.
Yes.
And prenatal moms, pregnant moms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're going to.
Yeah, and we have.
Go ahead.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
No, you go ahead and say what you were going to say. Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that in postpartum, so I have some classes, postpartum recovery, and like you said, the homeschool groups. That's been really a rewarding thing. And then birth classes. I've offered birth classes here, one-on-one type sessions for the last however long I've been in business. And that's the one thing that I'm kind of adapting as well to go online, hopefully to maybe reach more people.
Okay. So you're going to share with us now some breathing tips. I'm going to turn the screen over to you so you can show us how to do this.
Awesome. So when I was pregnant with my first back in, when was that, 2006? He was a little bit of a surprise. I was still in school, and I found myself really anxious about what to expect. And at that time, even though it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, I was living in rural Louisiana. There wasn't a lot of resources whatsoever for people who were pregnant and wanted a more holistic approach to dealing with their anxiety. And all I kept hearing was, oh, you're going to be fine. And I didn't find that very validating, that I was having some concerns, whether they were real or not. It still felt very validating to be told you'll be fine when I was having some anxiety. So I started practicing yoga with a DVD, actually, and my husband bought it for me. And he said, I think this might help you a little bit to just kind of take a moment and breathe and maybe find some movement that will help you deal with this. And it did. It really did. So I've been practicing since 2006. One of my favorite breathing techniques that helps with anxiety or having some anxious feelings, and I just want to say it is perfectly normal, as you know, during pregnancy to have those feelings. There's so much changing in your body so rapidly, and there's so much that can happen. You have a plan, but we know that sometimes plans go a little bit awry. And so it's really important that we do have some things that we can fall back on, some techniques that really help us stay in the present moment and say, it's fine to be worried, but this is still 8 months away. Let's just focus on the here and now and being able to really do that. So my favorite is 3-part breath. So you're going to sit nice and tall. You can sit in easy pose as I'm sitting. You can sit on the back of your heels, or you can sit on a chair or a couch, wherever you're most comfortable. Nice long back, relax the shoulders towards the hips, and go ahead and place one hand on the base of your your belly so you can feel baby, and one hand on your chest. And as you inhale on your first inhale, breathing into the base of your belly, filling and imagining that air, that life force going right to baby, sharing this moment with him or her. Another little inhale, rising to the chest and the heart. And finally, your last inhale, filling the face, the nasal passages. And as you exhale, going the opposite direction, so releasing from the nasal passages first, imagining all that anxiety, all those worries leaving the chest, leaving the belly, and all that remains is you and baby. Continue this pattern of breathing. If it helps, you can count 1, base of the belly, 2, the chest, 3, the face, 3, the face, exhale, 2, the chest, exhale, 1, the belly. Now allow your intuition to take over, breathing in a way that feels good for you. And finally, maybe sharing a good wish with baby, letting them know you love them so much, and releasing your hands back to your knees. It's like a simple breathing technique.
Thank you, Heather. Definitely very relaxing. I was doing it with you. So again, you know, you're bringing that forward as a technique for moms who might be experiencing some anxiety, which I think we're all having some level of that right now, pregnant or not. So a good tool for any of us to use regularly, as well as when we find ourselves feeling more anxious or more stressed. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like I do a lot of, it's called pranayama, breathing techniques, in yoga speak, and I always begin the class with pranayama. In the middle, there's usually some sort of specified activity, no matter what class it is, by the way, and at the end, there's a lot of pranayama as well. I feel like it's one of the most important aspects of a yoga practice. And I have a dear friend, Myra Rubenstein, who's a teacher in town as well. And she teaches classes that are poseless. There's no poses. It's all meditation and breathing. They're very relaxing. And she and I kind of teamwork sometimes on prenatal to really bring that to these moms.
Very nice. So, and that type of breathing, diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing, has a physiological effect on the nervous system. It actually helps to bring your body out of that fight or flight that, again, so many of us are feeling right now. So it has a physiological effect on your body. And again, that's what makes these techniques so in line with the chiropractic lifestyle, about bringing balance and calming the nervous system and helping the body to be more adaptable. So thank you, Heather, for bringing that forth. Did you want to share anything else before we close?
I'm just going to add to what you were saying. You know, there's so much science on breathing and helping with anxiety and, like you said, bringing physiological changes. I think there was something I read recently that it might even stimulate the vagus nerve, which I thought was really interesting.
Yes.
So yeah,
so much to learn about that. Yes. So Heather, I am going to share links so people know how to find you, but just go ahead and tell us where would people go to find you?
Okay, so we can go to my website, and on the website, the homepage, it brings you right to our virtual classes, online studio. You can go right there. Existing members, they just log in through what they've been logging in. If they're new members, we have, you know, a special online membership right now. It's only $15 a month.
And your website is?
I'm sorry?
And your website is?
www.growhappyfamily.com. And I actually think if you put that / online studio, it brings you right to the appropriate links.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll post all of the links to all the ways people can find you so that they can take advantage. And meanwhile, they have this one really nice breathing technique that they can implement. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Heather.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to pause.